Bill O'Reilly, welcome.
Thank you, Howard.
Let's start with Killing Kennedy. Rob Lowe just started the National Geographic movie based on your book. We seem to be awash in specials and documentaries and articles about the 50th anniversary of the JFK assassination. Why the enduring fascination, not just with his death, but with his life?
Glamour. Most glamorous president the country's ever seen by far. And he's frozen in time because he was assassinated at such a young age. So that people who were alive then, certainly with all the unanswered questions, the conspiratorialists and all of that, there's a mystery involved in his death. And then the younger people coming up, they see this very handsome president, his beautiful wife, and the two little kids. And so inherently there's an interest in it. It's like Princess Diana. It's like anybody who's that glamorous, Marilyn Monroe, that never dies out.
And who never got old, of course. Your new book, Killing Jesus, also written with Martin Dugard, a big bestseller like your other ones. What do you bring as an author to these subjects that have been so extensively covered in many other books?
But they haven't been covered like we cover them. When I first pitched Killing Lincoln to a publisher who turned it down, they said, "Oh, there's so many Lincoln books." And I said, "But not by me," which sounds cocky, but it isn't. It's formulaic.
You get to promote it every night.
If you don't have a good product, you could promote it every night and nobody's going to buy it. The product is good because it's, number one, fun to read, and number two, will teach you something. That's the simple formula. Fun to read, teach you something. You meld it.
You were asked about the colorful narrative in one interview in Killing Jesus, and you said, of course it's sensationalist. What did you mean by that?
Well, we are basically setting up the drama of why Jesus was executed. I mean, what brought him to that point? And by its very nature, when you have, the powerful Romans and the temple authorities trying to get this guy, and it's this cat and mouse game, that's going to be sensational. And it was. And the execution was as ghastly as you could possibly imagine. And our research uncovered a lot of things about how it was done, why it was done, who did it really, and we lay it all out, just like we did with Kennedy and Lincoln.
You got to promote Killing Jesus on 60 Minutes, on Katie Couric. You've been on The View and Letterman and GMA.
The usual.
I thought the mainstream media didn't like you, Bill.
Well, they get ratings by doing it, so it doesn't really matter whether they like me or not, does it?
You're saying it's a self-serving effort by these big organizations to put you on?
I think they feel that there's a guy in the country who's selling millions of books. Killing Jesus is going to sell 5 million books. I mean, that's unheard of. And he has the highest rated cable news show for 13 years. So there's got to be something there, and thus, if we get him on our show, maybe we'll get some of that.
Right, but you like to set up this sort of narrative that it's you versus the media elite, and I think you've become more accepted in recent years by the
I disagree with you. If you look at the reviews for Killing Kennedy, the people who hate me reviewed me, not the movie. All right, and that's still there. And if I ever fall, they'll be like jackals on my carcass. They hate me because I represent something that is very feared in America. I made my success outside of the establishment. That's how I did it. And they don't like that. And the right doesn't like me either. If you listen to talk radio, they don't like me because I don't toe the line. I'm an independent thinker, and I do things my way.
Does it bother you that people hate you, to use your verb?
No, I asked President Obama that in my last interview with him, because I think he is very sensitive to that. My opinion, I could be wrong. I don't like the cheap shots. The cheap shots I despise, and I go after people who do it. But if you just don't like me because you think I'm obnoxious or you think that I'm misguided politically, that's all right. All right? But if you try to hurt me or my family or my enterprise, you're trying to hurt it, I'll come after you.